Good day to you, everybody. Welcome into Music, another segment of Into Music. My name is Ron Deasy. I'm also known as the one-man entertainer and DJ. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that help me out as a solo musician, and I'm talking to all my solo musicians right now. A lot of bands are extinct, depending on the genre of music. You know, rock and roll bands seem to have no problem. Latino bands, mariachi bands tend to have no problem. But the R&B bands, they are basically extinct. Uh, I I was lucky and fortunate that I can play several instruments, and I learned how to use technology to make it happen for me. Um, Back in the days when I was playing with bands, keyboards couldn't do what they can do today. Right now, I have a whole band at my fingertips, drums, I got keys, I got brass sections, strings, a host of synthesizers. I do the background vocals and I sing my leads over it and I play my instruments and do solos and things like that. And I DJ, and it helps me to be able to entertain without needing the band. So I'm going to give you some tips that work for me. One of them is putting on a good show. I've learned how to be an entertainer by playing with bands. I play with bands. I enjoy playing with bands, and I love being out front singing my song. Sometimes, you know, another guy might come up and sing a song, and I learned how to be an entertainer playing with bands. So that helped me. Um, Playing as a solo entertainer or a one-man entertainer, I've learned to have a good selection of songs because I've been fortunate enough to play a lot of different parties, events, corporate gigs, slew of backyard parties. And a lot of backyard parties, you got to keep the music going. You can't, it ain't no such thing as a break. Even if I come on to play live, my live intercedes or intersects with my DJ set. My DJ set flows right back into my live set because I line my songs up to where I have so many live tones and then I throw a DJ song in there. And that would be my break from playing live, but it's really not. It blends right into my DJ. And it used to be a time I played for about an hour, just, because I didn't stop. I didn't want the music to stop. But when I started DJing, I started being able to make up and save a bunch of energy and my pipes by going to some DJ stuff. I'm big on lighting because I like to look like I'm in concert. If you can see my slideshow there, which I know you can, all of the lights you see, those are my lighting. That's my lightings. I've invested in some lights because I stopped depending on restaurants and clubs to have my lights. I used to have, let me see if I can grab one. These lights here, I used to use these. They were like, well, that's all broke. I'll show you what I did. I used to use these. You can get these at Home Depot. It's just a regular drop light. It had a clamp on it, but I took the clamp off and I bought me some floodlights. These are LED lights back here. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to try to get out of the way. Well, I didn't want them shining all into the screen, so I turned them away. And it gives me a vibe even now. I like it. I used to have on a bright light in here, and it was cool, but I like this a little bit better. But these lights are inexpensive. Let me see if I can get over here. Maybe the camera will follow me over to it. It's shining in the mirror. I got a mirror on this side, but this is a light that flashes. The only thing about these lights here, when you use them on stage, they just stay on unless you got a power strip and you can cut them off. And then I used to leave one on, just shining on my instruments. So when people walk into the spot where I'm playing, the stage will catch their eye. Clubs, a lot of times they're not really set up for entertainers. Some lounges may have some good lighting for the stage, but restaurants, you can forget it. Golf club restaurants or hotel lounges, you can forget it. Like I said, I'm going to be playing some parties. I got to play this weekend, the backyard birthday thing. Then I got to go to New Jersey. But right now, I'm going to show you how I transition, how I get out of from my DJing to my live back to my DJing. So I'm not going to play the songs in its entirety. I'm going to chop them up, and I'll come in with the DJ stuff, go to the live tune, a little bit of that, cut it, and go to the vamp. And then that'll go to the next song, my live tune. I'll play a little bit of that, cut that, go to the vamp, and then it'll go to another song and begin in a little bit, cut that, go to the vamp, and then back to my DJ. And that's how I do. And I'm just sneaking in some practice. There's a couple songs I wanted to go over. So I'm going to get ready to get set up for that. Hope you stick around. I really appreciate you coming in. You're tuned into music. And if you're into music, you're in the right place. Let me get set up for what I got to do. I will come back to you all later on.
Recording in progress.
I'm going to get my studio mic back up to power. After all of that, I got to put up all these instruments and stuff anyway and get finished with this. But I'm coming to the end of the section, and I like to leave everybody with a couple of reminders. First of all, thank you for joining me, and if you hung out with me this long, I really appreciate it. All my loopers, all my solo musicians, my street performers, all of the people that make it happen by themselves. My saxophone players, my trumpet players, my bass players, my guitar players, any instrument. When you're playing by yourself, I got a guy who plays the harmonica. He's pretty dope. He plays by himself and plays guitar. I'll have to bring some people in and chat with them. But all you musicians that that make it happen and you make your money and get your gigs. I wish you the best, more continued success. I hope you can come back and we can have another session like this. And the way you know that I'm here, you know what you got to do. You got to hit that subscribe button. You got to hit those notifications. Leave me some comments, please. I would love your feedback so I can know if I'm if I need to cover some things. If you got a question you want to ask me, you can ask me about the microphone I'm using. You can ask me about the lighting. I can show you a little bit more about that. All of the instruments I play. For the most part, I don't talk about them. You can see them on my slideshow there. Um, anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore. Thank you very much for tuning in to another segment of Into Music. I will see you sometime in the near future. You all take care. Good night.